All right, the first long video I did to explain my 99 Red Balloons connection to New York City getting nuked, I had no idea all this stuff was in that video. And if you saw that video, you know that, and you'll see a huge difference because this is probably going to be the longest one so far if I can get it to come out right. Before I start, I have some Bible verses that I want to show you because I'm going to show you in the video. And the first one is Matthew 10. I'll just give you a second to read it here. Matthew 10:26, sorry. And then I'm going to click along and you'll have to just pause it and read it because this is going to be a long video. Luke 12:2. Okay. Revelation 6:8. Your pale horses. Matthew 25:33. The sheep and the goats. Sheep are on the right, goats are on the left. I'll show you that. It's in the video. Isaiah 57:4. Jonathan always talks about people sticking out their tongues. It's biblical. So's the winking of the eye. Anyway, you'll see that in there too. Matthew 25:1. This is important. The foolish virgins, okay? You need to read Matthew 25:1 through 13 here, this whole thing, all the way down to where it says when they wait a minute, where is it? Matthew 25:12. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Okay, you need to read this whole thing. I'm going to show you that in this video. Matthew 24:15. When you shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel. Same thing in Mark. Abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel. Daniel, the abomination that maketh desolate, right here. Read these things. And again, Daniel 12:11 down here. From the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Okay, so let me get this out of the way. You can just peek at this because that's what I'm going to show you at the end. So we're going to define desolation, and all I did was type it into Google. You go ahead and read it. A state of complete emptiness or destruction. The first thing you see in this video within 2 seconds is a house in a state of desolation. That's on purpose. The next thing, and I'm going to try to go quickly, is you see this man putting on a red tie, okay, leaning against a pillar. There are 3 pillars here. That's something that may reference triple strand DNA, and if you don't believe that that exists, go look it up. They've actually moved on to more strands than triple. But my point here is that have you ever seen any man tie a tie with his index finger touching his thumb on both hands to tie his tie so that it makes the 666 on both hands? And you need to watch the whole video without all these interruptions here at the end. You should do that and check out what I'm saying. I've never seen any man do that. And the tie is red, showing you, you know, what's going on, who's in charge. That's occult symbolism. The red, black, and white. Okay. This is important. From the beginning of the video, we are watching this carousel go round and round, and all on the edge here are these little mirrors. That's important. It's showing you that the whole thing going on all around you. Everything you think is happening is all a bunch of smoke and mirrors. And there's smoke in the video too. I'll get to that. And the carousel runs through the whole video until the very end. And I'll show you that. Okay, so here's all your smoke. And it's not clouds because we're at the sea. It's way too low to be clouds. It billows and there's a filter over this. There's a red, white, and blue filter over this. That is on purpose. Okay. You see the smoke? Her legs make the shape of a triangle, and if you've been watching any of Jonathan's videos, you know exactly what her hands are making. I'm going to keep it PG. Go and see what I'm talking about if you don't know what I mean. She also has a skirt that's got black and white, also more occult symbolism, and she's got this black sleeve on her arm. Okay, you're going to see this sleeve later on down the road. You'll see her like flaunting it in your face. You'll see people, and it's on her left arm. There's other people that have black ties on their left arm, one other girl at least. And you're going to see white on the right. I'll get to that in a few minutes. So pay attention. So the pale horses are going by and you've got the one eye. There's an awful lot of shots where you can pick out a one eye, or people have their face turned to the profile and it's the one eye. There's a lot of triangular symbolism and one eye symbolism throughout the video. Okay? And that's the all-seeing eye. Okay, so now we've got the red, white, and blue, the smoke. She's got the sleeve, yada, yada. Her legs are still in the shape of a pyramid, and now she's making, so there's a pyramid, and then there's it's alchemy symbols here. It's all the stuff that Jonathan and Nicholson talk about, okay? Those things are on purpose. All right, this girl, in the beginning of the video, she jumps up and gets on the carousel, and then it starts, but she's riding a pale horse. She's in a black dress, and she's got, you can't really see it very well right now, but she's got this black tie flowing from her left arm. And she goes around and gives us the finger while she's smiling, okay? Does that remind you of anything else you've seen that I've shown you? This is a reference to the pale horse. Okay, it's Revelation 6:8. They know it's coming and they're mocking you. One thing I do want to say is if God and Jesus don't exist and the whole thing is a sham and it's just about being a good person, why are they always putting it in your face? They know the truth, but they're mocking you while they tell you the truth in their code. Okay, here's that white band on her right arm. Okay, that represents the half and half paradigm, the wheat, the weeds, okay, the sheep, the goats, or the weeds and the tares. Sometimes people, or I mean the wheat and the tares. Sometimes people say, and that's what that is. And you'll see it every time she's in this outfit. She's got the white band on her right arm, and when she's in the other outfit, she's got the black sleeve on her left arm. Okay, a lot of tabs open, so bear with me. Okay, he's wearing this red tie, and he's pretending to drive a car, okay? So he's showing you he's in control, all right? And he's still got these 3 pillars here, and he's dressed in black. Now you got his one eye while he's dancing around. You got lots of profiles of her so that you're getting one eye. And if you think I'm just being ridiculous, I'm just pointing it all out. Okay, that's what I'm doing for you. She goes around again on the pale horse black dress. You can see the black tie on her arm here, and she's still giving us the finger. Okay. More one eye. And this is when it's like slow-mo in the video. So it's, you know, a little more obvious. Okay, this here, she is wearing a black dress with a white ribbon, and that's, you can't see anything else on her outfit. She's just carrying some blue and white balloons. And she represents the foolish virgins, okay? And as we get along, I'll show you, but she's got this white tie, and it comes all the way down, and she's waiting while everyone else is playing at the beach, okay? And she's waiting. And she's coming closer and closer with her balloons. All right, now you've got your red, white, and blue in your smoke. And she's, this pose here is just very, if you watch the video, it's just kind of suspicious. All right, for what happens next. It's almost like she's pretending she doesn't know what's coming, but she totally knows. All right, she totally knows. Then you get a flash of the balloons in your face, and it is the girl with the white tie and the dress. All right. She's sticking out her tongue at you. All right, that's a reference to Isaiah 57:4. Right here. This is the foolish virgin who is having second thoughts and is thinking, maybe I got it all wrong. This is the first time you see this red belt on her, and just so happens that she's covering one eye, so that you see the all-seeing eyes. You see, like, what her spirit is thinking. Her spirit is starting to turn away and have second thoughts, okay? She's not going to continue to wait. And I personally think the balloons in your face in this shot is when something happens and people start to go, well, wait a minute. Maybe I got it all wrong. And those foolish virgins, which she represents, are starting to have second thoughts. Okay? Sorry about all the tabs. Now, after that thing happens and the foolish virgin is having second thoughts, she's flaunting this black sleeve on her left arm while she's dancing around. She's adjusting it, pulling it up, showing it to you. She wants you to see it. I had no idea what it was all about the first time I made the very first video. Not a clue. While she's walking, she's very meekly playing and adjusting the white band around her wrist, okay? On her right wrist. Sheep and the goats. Watch the video. Go look it up in your Bible. More smoke, okay? Smoke and mirrors. The whole thing is all smoke and mirrors. That's how everybody's going to be tricked. Kind of like in the last video I showed you, he's pointing in one direction while he's looking in the other and smirking. Like he knows what's going on, but you don't. Okay, the girl who was on the carousel giving us the finger with the tie is walking along, and you see utopia. You're going to be told, we're going to make it right. We have a plan. We can fix it, okay? She's got this tie on her left arm. She really doesn't know what's going on, but she's following along with the crowd. She thinks she knows what's going on, and everybody's following behind her, which I might have gotten a shot of. Let me... Okay, now, so they're still showing you. She's here with the belt in her face. She looks disappointed, and this girl with the black tie that was on the carousel is now dancing. Like they're coming towards the foolish virgin, and she's dancing like, hey, come on, it's okay. You can come with us. And all these people are following along with her, okay? She's turning away. She's making her choice to give it all up and go with the other people. And here she is with the other people and the guy with the red tie, and she's got her little white, but she's with them. She's totally given it up. Okay. Here come the red balloons. That's a warning to you. Here comes a trolley. All right? It's coming. The foolish virgin has already walked away. She's decided, well, there's nothing here for me. I must have been wrong. She's gonna miss the train. Okay? Watch. Okay, you're showing the house that's desolate again. Here's the empty train, and this is, I believe, a reference to Isaiah 29, 15, and 16, where things are upside down and backwards, and they're trying to hide their plans from you. And it represents that whole duality, like there's a black and white, half and half, sheep and goats, wheat and weeds. Okay, so, and there's also red, white, and blue. You see that there? And it's empty, mostly empty. There's a driver and one other passenger, which is, I think, like, relatively speaking, a lot of people are going to be deceived and left behind. There goes the train, and if you watch the video, you'll see, I think Nina's on the train, but, you know, I don't know. It's hard to see. But look, there's nobody on the train. Go watch the video in full without any interruption. And since the train has left, now you've got your triangle. They're all dancing around, and the beast system has risen. Okay? It's risen. And he's playing air guitar. This makes me think of the Prince of the Power of the Air. They're all rocking and playing air guitar and air drums and dancing around and celebrating. Okay? And I think back then it said when they were walking along, going for the foolish virgin, they walked along and there was utopia on the railing for the boardwalk. Here's another reference to the triangle and the beast system rising or in power now. Okay? And they're all walking along, following with the crowd, believing what they're told. And then they're all running downward. And I just want you to see, this is towards the end of the video. The foolish virgin has come back, and right before this, there's not a bright light around her. All of a sudden, there's this bright light, which is like she's standing before God, and look at her face. She realizes the mistake she's made, and she's standing before God, and he says, I never knew you. Okay? That's what that is right there. Now, I'm going to play the last couple seconds of the video from here. Hopefully I don't get punished for that. All right? And she's celebrating, and he's dancing around and celebrating. They have black and white ties, and she sits down. Smoke is dissipating, and the carousel stops. And the video is over. Okay? And the next thing I want to leave you with is, you know, Barack Obama is warning Americans to be prepared for disaster. He's not saying what kind of disaster. It could be anything or a combination of things. I don't know. Go look at these things and check it out. It's coming.